All right, welcome back. Do you guys know who Devon Franklin is? Devon Franklin? I want to show something for you guys. How's that? You guys know who Devon Franklin is, right? No, you don't? Anybody know who Devon Franklin is? Anybody remember Megan Good? The new girlfriend of, what's his name? I forgot the name now. The guy who just got sued all over again by the ex-girlfriend. He just got sued all over again, by the way. Anybody know what that is? Yep. Let me see here. Devon Franklin and Nick Cannon, they were talking. They were having a conversation. I thought, another angle. Right? But there's a report here on, the Jasmine brand. I'm just going to play it and then we'll talk about it. How's that? Let me share my screen really quickly. Let's just catch a little cruise before going to bed, right? Shall we? Let's see. All right, here we go.
Two brothers that have had high-profile relationships,
right,
that ended in divorce. I am now someone who was part of an unsuccessful marriage, and I still have to keep it pushing, man.
Sure,
How did you deal with that?
I wouldn't say it was unsuccessful, because maybe it did exactly what it was.
Chie, thank you so much for the $5 for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have to stop for that. Yep. Thank you. We're doing it. Let's keep going.
Designed to do. So that also was a perspective that I had to kind of learn.
Let's go back real quickly.
We both can relate. Two brothers that have...
He said we both can relate. Two brothers that what?
Had high-profile relationships.
Right.
That ended in divorce. I am now someone who was part of an unsuccessful marriage, and I still have to keep it pushing, man.
Sure,
How did you deal with that?
I wouldn't say it was unsuccessful. Because maybe it did exactly what it was designed to do. So that also was a perspective that I had to kind of learn as I went through my healing. I felt vulnerable, right? I felt like my belief system had been shaken. We did 4 months of pre-engagement counseling. Then months of...
All right, 4 months of pre-engagement counseling. Then how many? Let's go.
Premarital counseling. And then counseling throughout.
And then premarital counseling, then counseling throughout. Don't forget that, was she a virgin or born again virgin? Well, they were waiting. They wrote a book called The Wait, something like that. Let's keep going.
Wrote a book about it.
For me, when you look at heartbreak, it's really hope break.
Wait, what? Heartbreak is hope break? He's going to explain himself. Let's keep going.
And what I mean by that is that in our heart, we hold hopes of what we want to see happen or what we believe will happen.
Yeah.
When it comes to marriage, our heart hopes that this is going to last.
Yeah, but how does that negate heartbreak? I mean, if you want to add context to it, I guess you could say hope break. You had hope it was going to last, so he broke. I have a better term. How about break fast? How about you don't chop, break fast, right? Let's keep going.
The way that we intended when we said I do. When that doesn't work, the thing that suffers the most is our hope.
We both can relate. Two brothers that have had high-profile relationships.
Okay.
Right.
That ended in divorce. I am now someone who was part of an unsuccessful marriage, and I still have to keep it pushing, man.
Sure,
How did you deal with that?
I wouldn't say it was unsuccessful. Because maybe it did exactly what it was designed to do.
He said, I wouldn't say it was unsuccessful. Maybe it did exactly. I'm seeing a pattern here. What's going on with Devon Franklin? What's going on, right? What's going on? Now, I think Nick Cannon trying to compare himself to Devon Franklin is kind of cap. I don't see the similarity outside of they are both divorced. Do you see the similarity? Is it me? I don't see it. But let's leave that aside. So he wouldn't see it as...
So that also was a perspective that I...
This is reminding me of the graduation from the 14-year marriage situation all over again. With Tia Mowry, right? He wouldn't see it as a divorce. Let's keep going.
I had to kind of learn as I went through my healing. I felt vulnerable, right? I felt like my belief system had been shaken. We did 4 months of pre-engagement counseling. then months of premarital counseling, and then counseling throughout.
And then wrote a book about
wrote
it.
a book, you know. For me, when you look at heartbreak, it's really hope break.
Stop the cap. Hope break. Yeah.
Stop the cap.
All right, I get it. Now, from a mindset standpoint, okay, hit the like button, please. From a mindset standpoint, I do think that you need to come up, I do say you attach meanings to the events of life, but mindset wise, okay, if you have a need to say it out all loud, maybe that's where all your energy is going. It needs to be something that's happening inside. It needs to be something that's happening inside. Absolutely. If you go through any kind of traumatic events, you do want to make sure that you're attaching meanings to those events that will help you move forward even better, because the human mind is a very tricky thing. Emotions are not your mate, but just make sure that it's inside. Mindset, emotionally, that part is balanced, because if all you are doing is just talking and you're using different words to make it sound like what it is not, it's a backfire. So first is what hope break. Now it did what it was supposed to do. No, that's fine, right? But can we admit that divorce is a failed marriage? Why is it that we have a hard time saying that, right? We didn't say it's a failed person, a failed marriage, right? Is it possible that if you're not able to admit that, you're also not willing to learn anything from that situation? Because there's certain lessons that you will learn when you just admit that, hey, that marriage failed. Now let's assess why. But if you don't even admit first that it's failed, you might never get to the why it failed. I don't know. Let's just be careful. I get it from the mindset standpoint. I get it that you want to say things that will encourage you so you can move forward in the best possible manner. Somebody was saying they filed a lawsuit. Yes, this young lady, Jonathan Major, he got sued all over again by his ex, Grace Jabari, for defamation, assault, battery. This was posted 5 hours ago. Yep. So just in case you're wondering, yes, it happened again. But let me know your thoughts. I just think we have to be careful with some of the words we use to sugarcoat the situation. Our political correctness, we have to be careful with them at this point, because some people don't know when to stop. They just don't know. Chiye said that would be a reach. I think I see what he's saying. Yeah, I think I see it too, but about the hope break situation, I get it. I get his explanation, but I don't know. I'm wondering, like, is this a way to just be in denial? We shall see. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are when you do come back and you watch this later on in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you align what I'm saying? Do you get it? But do you understand what I'm saying? That when we're not able to see things as what they are, people tell me to, like, call a spade a spade. Ola, stop straddling the fence. People say that to me, and there's appropriate time and stuff for all of that, right? But this one, I'm just hearing too much of it. We have failed marriages, but we also know that the second and third marriages tend to be the worst. Well, we don't know, but higher divorce rate, right? Could this be one of the reasons? Because people never even admit in the first place that, hey, that failed. There's something I need to learn, right? I'm just she said maybe a way to nurse the pain of the heartbreak. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that should be done more silently than it's just about talking. I just have fear for them, for people that move this way. Yeah, I graduated, it was like, okay, what did you learn from that situation? The divorce itself, the failed marriage, did you learn anything? Let's make sure we assess that before we go on to change the meanings of the words. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm just asking. Let's hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and I will be back in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.